Wait, we've spent so much money and we've registered so many people. And now they are saying that Aadhaar card may not be as useful as we thought it would be. So what's the deal with the Aadhaar issue? Let's just say that in a country of 1.2 billion people, it's not easy to get everyone identification documents. The government has tried this before, but India's poor and scattered population made this a very challenging task. As a result, people had no IDs, so they couldn't access the basic things, and government had no way of keeping a track on their own initiatives. As you can imagine, this became a real problem. And so, the UPA government conceptualized the UID Aadhaar Card scheme, in which the biometric and demographic data of every single Indian was to be collected so that they could be assigned a unique ID. This ID could then be used by people for a bunch of things, from enrolling in schools to collecting pensions. It was also devised to help the government better their initiatives and distribution systems. The Planning Commission was put in charge, and they roped in India's best IT experts. Very quickly, this became the world's most ambitious but necessary human development project. Families who had never seen bank accounts and subsidies now had access to it. And the government finally had information to help the ones who needed it the most. Estimates suggest that the Aadhaar scheme may have saved the Indian government around Rs 14,000 crore in a year alone. Sounds great, right? Well, not so much. The scheme is expensive and the benefits may not be worth the cost. It has no legislative backing and is running almost entirely unregulated. It violates privacy, as this public data can be easily misused. With the cases of illegal immigrants using bribes to acquire Aadhaar card, it has the potential of becoming very corrupt. These genuine arguments delivered a series of blows to the Aadhaar scheme. It was only a matter of time before the Supreme Court got involved. They reiterated that the Aadhaar card was voluntary and not mandatory. The Aadhaar's use was restricted only to certain welfare schemes, and checks were put in place to protect the privacy of citizens. This didn't go down too well with the government and agencies like TRAI, SEBI, and RBI. Institutions like these need a universal ID to extend their services to the public. The arguments both for and against the use of Aadhaar are equally compelling. On the one hand, the ID includes crores of people in the welfare economy and prevents the government from wasting funds. On the other, this has no legal backing and does not value an individual's right to privacy. The Aadhaar scheme is 6 years old and is likely to keep evolving as the flaws are identified and fixed. So far, the government is firm that they need a universal ID, and it is very likely that the Aadhaar is here to stay. Let's hope these recent debates help it become a better and more secure tool for India.